Hello everyone, this is Razorflamekun, and in this episode of the Diablo 2 Lord Destruction Let's Play, we are going to continue our romp through the Arcane Sanctuary. In the previous episode, we began exploring the Arcane Sanctuary, and as per my original thoughts, I was fairly certain I would not get through the entire dungeon in one episode, or in one really within a reasonable amount of time, I should say. I could have done it in one episode because of the unlimited time limit, but I decided to just go ahead and do it in multiple episodes. So this episode, previous episode was all about this dungeon, and this episode is going to be all about this dungeon as well. We explored the entire southern part of this dungeon, and now we're exploring the northern part of the dungeon. And as you can see, I'm struggling with my stamina, which means I need to start getting more points into the vitality. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and I also need to start getting a few more points into dexterity as well, because some of the swords that you start getting as Paladin requires you to get some decent dexterity, and also dexterity increases your attack rating, which means that your opponents have less of a chance of successfully attacking you, and you have a much better chance of attacking them. So it's pretty good to get dexterity. And actually, the reason why I said dexterity helps reduce the damage you take is because it does. Because it increases your defense, which is how the game determines how much damage you take from attacks. Anyways, as you can see, we're just exploring more and more of this upper portion of the dungeon, and eventually, somewhere in this massive labyrinth, there is a unique boss called the Summoner that we will have to take care of in order to continue on. He is a super unique monster, meaning he should be considered a boss monster. I'm fairly certain that he's a super unique monster. Fairly certain. I'm not 100% positive, but I'm nearly 100% positive that he is. If he isn't, feel free to correct me in the comments below, but I'm pretty sure that he is a super unique monster. And all of the monsters that I've been calling minion monsters are unique monsters. It's just the super unique monsters are the ones that I've been calling unique monsters to this up to this point in the game. So monsters like well, Corpse Fire, for instance, the very first he's the very first super unique monster you find in this game. And wow, another rune. What is up with this game dropping runes all of a sudden? I think I had a point in time where they just started dropping runes a lot as well earlier on in this LP. They were just dropping runes left and right. But it seems like they are back to with a vengeance in terms of rune dropping. They're dropping lots and lots of runes. Locked chests there, not really worth the key, because keys aren't free. But we will join up with this part of the... I think this is part of the left path, sorry. Yeah, this is part of the left path. And since I've already gone this way, I'm actually just going to backtrack, because we don't want to go that way, because that's not where the summoner is going to be. And because I've already explored that entire area. thoroughly. And actually I'm going to pick up this stamina potion so that when I run out of stamina I can just drink it and regain all the stamina that I have. So we're going to head up here, and this is where the summoner is. He has a lot of high level spells. You do not want to get hit by him because his attacks will deal a lot of damage, as you can see. But I was fairly certain that I would be able to just kill him outright like that, and I was correct. Now I have to...
Seekers of the tomb of Tal Rasha will find it through the portal, but know that the glowing glyphs recorded here in my Arcane Sanctuary are the signs of the 6 false tombs. The missing 7th sign marks the tomb of Tal Rasha. Of the Horadrim, he might be called the Foremost. It was a shining but brief moment for the mage clans when they set aside their differences and worked together against the common enemy. The Horadrim relentlessly pursued the 3 across the desolate empires of the east and even into the uncharted lands of the west, leaving the Archangel Tyrael's hands unblemished. Presuming the 3 to be vanquished, the Horadrim's unstable fellowship began to dissipate. Abandoning their sacred charge to safeguard the 3 soul stones, the disparate mage clans began to squabble amongst each other over petty differences. Their conflicts not only dissolved their brotherhood, but strengthened the evils which they had buried beneath the cold earth.
And there we go. After you kill the summoner, you complete this quest, and we have to return to town to get some more information. However, I'm going to actually go through here and go straight up here and go back through. Just getting the waypoint. That's all I'm doing. What I'm actually going to do is... Actually, I changed my mind. I'm not going to do that because it wouldn't be... There's not very much left of this dungeon, and it's just not really worth going through the remainder of the dungeon. What you need to notice is that these 6 symbols will be different on every playthrough of the game. Your 6 symbols will not be the same as my 6 symbols. These symbols indicate the false tombs of Tal Rasha, which means since they're false, they are optional. However,
oh, those poor women. Will the slaughter never end? Thank you once again for protecting our city. You're more the hero than I could have dreamed. Perhaps there is hope for us after all.
Okay. And that completes the summoner. And this is the symbol of the true tomb of Tal Rasha. So, for my game, it's different for every other game. Anyways, we got 2 more runes. First, before I do anything, I'm gonna go ahead and sell stuff because I am full and I need to be able to do some transmutations in the ye olden box Haradra cube, because I have some runes to transmute together to make 1 rune of a higher level. Just got to get this out of here and put 3 of the same type of rune in. Transmute. You get one of the rune 1 level higher than that. Same thing with that. So we got 1 more tier rune. And I'm not done with because I got another one right here that I can go. And now we have an Eth rune. I'm pretty sure we do not have one of these, which is good. So we now have a whole bunch of runes. We have this Roderick staff, which we do have to carry into the tomb with us. In fact, that's gonna prompt me to just go ahead and... Actually, I don't need to bring the entire Herodric, and I don't want to put that in there either. The reason you'll see the reason why I'm hanging on to Wurtzlag soon enough. Actually, not soon enough, but more towards the end of this LP. But yeah, I'm going to keep that in my inventory from now on. I'm going to go ahead and get one of each of those scrolls. Buy one of these, and buy one of these, and buy one of these. And sorry that this is going to be a short episode, but I'm going to go ahead and end the episode here, because in the next episode I'm going to tackle the Canyon of the Magi. So until next time, this has been Razorflamekun, and may all of your days shine brightly.